my name is Ariyiike Owolagba. A lot of people know me as Ariyiike Dimples and recently Risky, because the risky situation out there, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm a TV host, I'm a TV producer, an actor, a content creator, and of course a fashion entrepreneur. This is Her Money, Her Power by Shitang and Bella Niger. Please, we're about to talk about money. Let's get serious.
What song describes your bank account right now?
What song describes my bank account right now? Give me the money, yeah. Biko ye me go. Hey, ore mi Jackie low. Hey, life is all about the money, yeah.
Okay. If you were given $100 million to never work again, would you take it and why?
Hey, if I was given $100 million to never work again, honestly, knowing myself, I would work because I don't work because of the money. I work because there's like a fulfillment that I get at the end of the day. But the first year that they give me that money, I will take a break. First of all, no phones, no social media, nothing. I'm literally disappearing off the surface of this earth. Nobody's going to hear from me. I'm going to do all the inner work that I need to do, mentally, spiritually, everything. Then come back strong with something. The way they call it in my country, it's going to be a bang. Maybe a film, maybe a documentary, just $100 million. But I'm going to travel the world. I'm really going to travel the world and enjoy myself. Live life to the fullest. Live. Stop existing. But money sometimes makes us just exist. But in that moment, I will live and enjoy and then come back.
Interesting. So what does it mean for women to have economic power?
To the best of my understanding, women having economic power means that, being financially stable and buoyant enough to make certain decisions on your own without having to exactly grumble at someone's feet or like beg somebody else or seek permission. Basically, you have the money, you have the power to do whatever you want, to explore and break boundaries. That's what it means to me. Am I correct?
Awesome. So what are some of the challenges you say threatened your economic power as a woman when you started as a TV host and content creator?
Some of the challenges that threatened my economic power when I started out. First of all, no money. I always tell people, a lot of people are lucky and blessed, rich family, old money. I don't come from old money. I do not have a godfather. I do not have anybody but God that I look up to, who is the author and finisher of my faith. And it was just a struggle getting on opportunities that would give me good money to be able to do great stuff. I was taking everything. I was desperate. At some point, you go to banks, you hear about they're giving creative people money and everything, and you go and present it. And they're still asking you, so who is the head of your family? Sir, I'm not married. So because I'm not married, I don't get a loan, or you can't help me. Why are you then calling out to people and telling them to come present their ideas to you, and then at the end of the day, you're not giving them stuff because they don't have a ring on their finger? Getting spaces as well. That stability, the roof over your head is the most important thing. Yoruba people, permit me. Yoruba people will say, "Ilelumbo ni lashiri." If you do inside your house, if you drink garri, nobody will know. But if you don't have a roof over your head, it's out there. Everybody knows your secrets. So, house hunting, agents. I have a ring, let me tell you. If I have one ring like that, that's to when I'm house hunting. Because agents will stress you. Who is your husband? So I'm always quarter to engage. Every house I've moved into, I'm always engaged. But why does it have to be that way? And it's just a lot. I can go on and on. Lack of access to funds because you're not married. Lack of stability in terms of shelter because you don't have husband, basically. You're desperate. So you're getting on every gig, even the ones that don't really align with your values, because the money is good and you need this money to do other things that you want to do. It's a lot. It's really a lot.
So let's talk about the role community plays in boosting women's economic power.
So community plays a huge role in boosting women's economic power, because when you have strong women who come together and say, you know what, regardless of what's going to happen, we are bringing money together and working together to achieve a common goal, it just makes things easy for you. So for example, I'm a creator. If I want to do a film and I have a female producer who also wants to like put in money, a female director who's also looking to shoot our own film. We all come together. We can do one successful, huge film. But I feel like a lot of us women want to stand alone and stand out on our own. But I promise you, men, the reason why they seem so successful is because they come together. I've seen men not like each other and do business together. They are just all about the balance sheet. Show balance. If it does not balance, let's not do this. I don't really care about, oh, she's wearing Gucci, I'm wearing this one. Nah, let's make money together. When we come together as a force, I promise you, they say the future is female. It's not by standing separately. It's community. We need to stand together. Yeah.
I agree. So tell us a beautiful story of when you were in a fix and a woman came to your rescue.
Honestly, I have so many beautiful stories about how women have come to my rescue. It's a lot. But the most recent one is my boss, Chisom Mbonu, is okay. She's my boss in Super Sports because I'm a TV producer in Super Sports. This woman is amazing. I've had so many female bosses and I hear a lot. I'm going to get to the question, but I'm just trying to put out certain things. I've heard a lot about how women don't work well together. I don't know about other people, but my experience has been different. Every other woman I've worked with in my entire destiny, they've been so amazing. From Mariah Afolabi Brown to Chisom Ezeoke to Bukola Ogushola, all these amazing women. Chisom, at some point, knew what was going on with me in my house. My dad had just passed, and she knew that every salary I was getting paid, I wasn't using it like on myself, basically. Everything was going into like hospital bills for my dad and stuff. This woman would protect me in terms of I would show up late at work because she knew what I was going through. And she never took it out on me. She never had an attitude. And she also sent me money to support me. Also, when my dad died or passed, let me not say died. When my dad passed, she also sent me money. And it came at that point where I needed it because I think I literally had maybe 18K left in my account. And it might sound ridiculous, but this was something that I was spending almost 300, 400K every day for like 3-4 months. And eventually the person passes. I'm literally on red. I don't have any money. I was supposed to start planning a funeral. Like, what am I supposed to do? This woman came through like that. I remember that alert. Tears dropped. And I was like, she didn't have to. Like, you're amazing, ma'am. And I love you so much. You have my heart for life.
Aww, that was a very beautiful story.
Thank you.
So still talking about community, how important is peer-to-peer influence on women's economic power?
Peer-to-peer influence is also very important because I feel like a lot of times people are looking for mentors. I'm looking for mentors as well, but we also forget that we can learn from one another. Like, I learn from a lot of people that are in my space and they're not like really elderly people. I call Olive Imodi most of the time. Madam, I'm about to host an event. I don't know what to say. I'm nervous. Olive will pray with me sometimes. She will tell me, oh, this is how you navigate it. Sometimes she calls as well. She's like, oh, I'm about to go on stage. Oh, I'm having this panic attack. And then I'm like, no, breathe. We have that influence on each other. Sweet Okwe as well. How far? I'm thinking of this idea. What do you think? I'm like, oh, it's great. I think I can introduce you to this person. We only don't have to go after like I'm not saying let's not respect the elderly people because they have the experience and everything and not look for. But you can also be mentored by like your peers. Recently, I reached out to Mojibadi. I'm like, Auntie, how do you do it? How do you back to back to back to back? Let's show me the way. And it doesn't mean that it makes me less of a person or whatever it is. The same way I'm going to learn from her, she's going to learn from me one way or the other as well. We all just need to come together. I keep hammering on this thing. Women supporting women is a thing. And I live by it every day of my life. And it starts from the most minute things, even relationship. Or you know that somebody has a boyfriend, leave them.
Awesome. Okay, Ariyiike, we've come to the moment of truth.
Yes.
Would you say you've gotten to that point where you are economically powerful?
This is my CEO voice now. Have I gotten to the point where I think I'm economically powerful? Before my EPA would think I've arrived. I've submitted projects here and there. Please, people should fund it so. But I mean, on a much note, to a large extent, I would say that I'm not where I used to be. I'm not where I want to be. Hence why I'm still submitting proposals left, right, and center, looking for funding. But I am far from where I used to be. These days, before you get me out of my house, I'm sorry, respectfully, it has to be something substantial, something that adds value to my life. Something like this. This is in alignment with what I already do. Women. I love women. I love the girl child. Things like this. Because eventually, these girl children, they turn out to be women. Oh. So it starts from there. And it just really aligns with me. Before I would take anything, like I said earlier, like, if you call me, Auntie, are you an event planner? I say yes. That's where the name Sophisticated Hustler came from. They used to call me that years ago. Because anything at all, I did Oshashwebi business. Like things that, I love them. I mean, I love fashion, so yeah. But they were not really what I wanted to do. Media is my thing. Media and fashion together. But not in that way that I was doing it. But I was taking everything. You want to be selling plates, I will help you. Because I just needed money. But now I can say no to certain things that don't align with my values. I can say no to certain things that the money is not that great because I'm strong enough to walk away from certain things. It just generally helps me to make certain decisions. Interestingly, I recently moved, and I would say that this is the first house where I didn't have to actually act like I'm getting married. Because, darling, I cannot be paying the amount of money that people are putting as rent, and you're asking me rubbish question about whether I'm married or not. You want to pay? You want to collect your money? If you don't want to collect your money, I carry my money and I move. But before, I'm begging, first of all, for discounts. So if you say you don't want to give me the house, I'm stressed. I'm depressed. But now I'm just like, you don't want it? No problem. It's giving me a relaxed version of myself. And I'm thriving beautifully in the things that I genuinely want to do. I've done YouTube, stopped like how many times, but now I started again because now I can say on my own, there's no stopping because it's my money I'm using to fund it. Compared to when I used to have to run around and try to get money and now I'm literally calling most of the shots. Yeah.
Also, talk about moving from sophisticated hustler to boss lady.
Yes! Moving from sophisticated hustler to media sweetheart to boss lady. I'm in my boss chick, relaxed woman era. No stress. I'm moving with so much peace and love in my heart to everybody. No stress.
Oh, we love it for you.
Thank you.
So, do you feel like having money has made you powerful?
Honestly, with this few points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince and not to confuse you that having money has made me powerful. I'm saying it has made me walk away from disrespectful situations. It has made me walk away from some ridiculous things that is when you don't have money now. Somebody will tell you that if you want to be in my film, come and sleep with me. You are desperate. It's not an excuse for that behavior, but not everyone has the strength and discipline to say that doesn't align with my value and I'm not doing that. Some people are just like, oh, it's the money, it's the money, it's the money. Now, if you want me of himself, even you, there's something you see because I'm bringing value. Apart from whether money or whatever, there's value that you are going to get. So, there. Yes, it's ours. I repeat, it's ours.
Oh, that's lovely. So,
Thank
how
you.
can more women own their own economic power?
Okay. How more women can own their economic power is first things first. Even with the fact that I was doing a lot of things in the beginning, I knew where I was heading. I had a destination in mind. And it's just the same way with God. I can't talk about my life and not talk about God. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. God is like at the the forefront of my life. I knew where I was going. I knew that this was just the destination. But how to get there, I don't know. And if you genuinely ask me, I really don't know how I got here because I know I just hustled my way through. But God has been consistent. And this has really, really been impactful to even other people around me where I tell them, look, you don't have to compromise your standards for anything. If you know where you're heading. People in my secondary school were teasing me recently and said, you don't even engage in like back and forth in school. I remember as a child, I would just be like, I'm not going to exchange words with you because I'm going to be a superstar. And I wouldn't want to kiss her by, you see my interview on TV and you say, oh, I used to fight with her. You want to be with me? I jokingly used to say it, but I didn't know that I was prophesying into the future. Because now most of them are like, oh, you're doing exactly what you always said you wanted to do. But one, I did not compromise my standards. And I think we all should imbibe that. Don't say because you want a role, you will now go and do the undoable. I don't have the moral compass to judge anybody. I'm not judging you. If you've done that, it's okay. Pat yourself on the back and keep it moving. Forgive yourself. But 2, know yourself. Or no, that's 3. 1, know your destination. 2, don't compromise your standard. 3, know yourself. Self-awareness is very key. I know there's certain places I want to be at because of the kind of person I am and the kind of people that would be there. Do I want to align or vibe with them? Yes. If I don't want to be there. So even with the fact that I was hustling, I knew where to go to and where not to go to, which has helped me to keep my brand. I don't have scandal. I don't have a controversy. I bless the name of the Lord. I'm not trying to shade anybody that has it. Sometimes it will come to you, even with you just sitting in your house. But those things are also important because they kind of distract you. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people that I know have experienced that, have been distracted by it, and it has discouraged them. But then you need to keep moving. Don't listen to naysayers. That's number 4. Focus on your dream. Tunnel vision is very important. Very, very, very important. And those are the things that have worked for me. Tell me I can't do it, and I'll tell you why I can do it 1 million times. That's my logo. That's my motto. That's how I move. And God. I'm saying God last because I'm going to really emphasize on that. God. The God factor is very important. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, put God at the forefront of your life. He has said to you, whatever you put in his hands, he will make it successful. If you put your plans in the hands of God, you can go to rest. And make sure that you're not doing copy. I don't copy anybody. I do what is authentic to me. What myself, I like to do and I enjoy and makes me happy. That's what I do. I don't have to copy anybody. I don't have to imitate somebody else. I don't say, because my friend is selling clothes, I'm making so much money, me too, I'll start. No. Everybody has a niche. Everybody has a calling. Everybody has a purpose. Speak to God. Find your purpose. Stay there and stay in touch with him. Your relationship with God is the ultimate. And these are the things I can say that has really helped me, honestly.
This is very solid advice.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've come to the end of this interview.
Yay!
But before we go, I want you to give us a fun 1-minute love and light advice based on women's economic power.
Let me tell you. This women economic power is important that we come together. That is it. You see all this unnecessary competition that y'all be doing is so unnecessary. Very, very unnecessary. And all this pettiness. She wear the blue and now carry the green. She now all this petty. It is irritating. Do you know the mosquito is dance? That's how it sounds. It doesn't make sense. Let's come together. There's no need for competition. The sky is big enough for everybody to thrive. I promise you, put your hand up anywhere you are. If you have thousands of people there, put your hands up. Nothing stops you from putting your hands up. That's the same way you will stay up when you keep going up together and not try to hit the next person down. And all those things are very unnecessary. Petty gossips, petty behavior. Nah. If you have a woman next to you, look for how she can be a better person because you are in her life. I always say, be a blessing to the people around you. Men, women, children, whatever. Be a blessing. This is my friend, though. How can we do this together? Oh, you like singing? I like singing. Let's do this together, even if it's just for fun. Oh, you want to do movies? I'm a producer. Oh, what's your strength in production? Oh, I'm into planning. Oh, I like to coordinate. Oh, I like to do this. Everybody comes together and we win. Men win because they come together. The money is the goal, but also they have that relationship. See those men, if you see them in their parlor, chairman, they don't know each other's name. They don't. But we are there doing... It's not gonna help anybody. Let's come together and make good money. And you can follow the conversation using the hashtag her money, her power on social media. Come, let's talk about it. Let me hear how you are economically powerful. Or maybe I can even help you because that's another thing I do. We help these girls. We send money to you. We help you. We've seen girls through school. We go to secondary schools to distribute sanitary towels because you need them to become successful women. And if they are not in school because they are doing the menstruation, then how do you want to have powerful women in future? Think about it. It starts from the girl child. And then we all grow together into amazing women. Don't forget, the hashtag is her money, her power.